Hi, I'm Jim Stetner from Liquid Casing, and I want to talk about how I got the tone for nonlinear solutions. And part of that magic of the tone is really attributed to this bass, really amazing bass. I call it the Stat, um, custom built bass by a gentleman up in Dallas, Texas, Eric Stolson of Stolson Guitars. And Eric was really kind enough to take my design. My son and I designed this. We collaborated on it. And just was nice enough to build this thing. And a lot of Luthers absolutely declined to build something that I designed. They wanted to take their kind of cookie cutter designs, I guess. And then he was even brave enough to make it a neck through, which is absolutely amazing. It's a combination of walnut, uh, maple, and limba. It's got a piece of limba kind of sandwiched in between here. Helps kind of give it a brighter tone. The walnut kind of gives it a little more mellow tone. And it's got what do you call it? It's an ebony fingerboard with just gives it a nice crispy, snappy kind of tone. 32-inch scale, which again, it's most bass guitars that you find on the market are 34-inch scale. That's kind of a standard long scale. So it plays easier. That's the beauty of it, and it's also the tone is a little different than a longer scale. I think it has a very gritty tone. Part of that is attributed to it has piezo pickups in here, or in the saddles, and Bartolini pickups, which you can't tell. They were taken out of the standard Bartolini cases. I know a lot of you guys will frown on that. But I didn't, one of the things I didn't want any plastic on this bass. And so it's really a beautiful piece of artwork in itself. Even the back covers all wood. The only plastic are the coated wiring in here. So yeah, so I had even the covers made for the Bartolinis, and has a active. You can switch between active and a passive. If you pull this out, you get a passive EQ on it. Uh, and then you can switch the balance between the piezo and the Bartolinis and dial this in. And I had him put the truss rod adjustment down here so we wouldn't take away from the integrity of the neck, brass nut on it. And the other thing that's really kind of cool about this, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's actually the shape. We designed it so it would be the shape of a wolf's head. So you can see the back of the ear, and so this would be like where the eye would be on the wolf. Here's the snout, and so this would be kind of the mouth and the back part of the wolf's head. And anyway, it's just not your standard kind of cookie cutter design. So the other magic to the tone that I got, which really it's no big secret, but I was using this Electro-Harmonix LPB tubey, which I think every bass player and guitarist should have this in their arsenal. What this does, it has a little set of twin tubes in it, and just kind of gives you that warm tubey sound. It doesn't really, you can dial in and get a little more gain out of it, but it's pretty straightforward. But just, to give it a little warmer tone, great little tool there. And then the other thing was this little Gens Benz, amazing little amp, 900 watts, just thunderous tone. I really like it because it's pretty straightforward. It just has, your bass, mid, treble, gain, and it does have the three tubes built into this also. But just a fantastic sounding little amp, and that's really all I use. It was pretty straightforward. This into the little Electro-Harmonix, and from the Electro-Harmonix into the Gens bends, and that right into the board, and voila, there you have it. I guess the other thing I should mention about this bass that is significant is, well, the name of I call the bass a Stat, and well, my last name is Stetner. My father, the story is my father used to, really anything that he didn't want the neighbors to borrow and not bring back to him, or whatever he wanted to label his things, he would engrave it with the letters STET, from our name Stetner. So it's abbreviated Stet, which is actually has significance. It's a Latin word. It really is a real word. But at any rate, so in tribute to my dad, I put the word Stet on here. Um, Eric put this on there for me. And I actually took from my dad's, a couple of my dad's tools that I found around here. I actually used his real signature, and sent him a digital file, and he created these decals that they're all laminated over, and he put it on the back here too. But that's how yeah, it's on the back here. But that's how my dad would have signed it, and I know he would have appreciated me making the tribute to him.